Listen, I just customized my phone case and now I want to do Kawaii nails because what? Let me get to doing some nails. What better way to do a Kawaii nail set if not with duck nails, right? Let me size these out and then put them on my left hand. I have the tips on, as you can see. And the first time, which was the last time I used these nail tips, I used a nail gel to do a moon shape for these. And this time around, I think I want to keep them duckies without moon shape. Although I did enjoy those duckies, I really remember struggling to remove them because I was just so attached to them. So right now, I just want to keep the nails just duckies without the moon shape, and hopefully I like that because like I said, I feel like I said in the previous video where I did my duck nails. By the way, if you haven't watched that video, I will link it up in the cards just in case you're interested. I said that I feel like duck nails don't look too weird for me on me because I feel like my natural nails are shaped like ducks. They are shaped like duckies, so I think that's why it doesn't look too fat-fetched. Like if my nails would grow really long without me pinching them, I feel like they would flare. And then I'm gonna go in with this primer onto my natural nails. I did prep my nails before this, I just did not show it on camera. I'm sure you can tell by the different colors on my nails, natural nails that is, because I did also dry up the nail before I applied the nail tips. I'm gonna be using this cool pink cover acrylic. Oh my word, I do this a lot. I really do this a lot with these acrylics. Let me clean that up. I really don't know if these jars are just too big for me to be using. Maybe I should be adding them in smaller jars because I spill these big jars a lot. It's actually not funny anymore. So I'm just gonna go in with this cool pink color, full coverage on my middle finger, and I'm gonna try and apply this nicely because I don't want to struggle with filing duckies. Okay, filing duck nails is not the easiest, but I seemed to have quite a easier time the last time I did this, also because I did deliberately try and be neat with my application. So this is the only nail that will have a full coverage of this cool pink, and then the rest of the nails I will use the cool pink to do French design. Hence my decision to start with this nail so that I do not forget. I don't know, part of me feels like I'm not gonna do this nail set justice, but I don't want to speak negatively, you know, because the power of the tongue. So let's just hope that I do this nail set at least some justice, at least some, you know. I hope it looks kawaii enough. I don't know what that means, but I really just hope it does look kawaii enough. I think I should also build the nail up because I really don't feel like encapsulating this. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Might take a while to dry, but that's okay with me. And then like I said, I am going to do a Frenchie. When it comes to the rest of the nails, I think I should maybe do that on the thumb because I did pick up a huge bead in that regard. I really want to do my nails more often because at the time of filming this, I am not doing much of my nails, and I've also stopped posting long form videos, or paused, not stopped, because of just being overwhelmed. But I can't wait to just go back to my normal self where life isn't too busy, and then I can start posting these without feeling like I'll get to a point where I won't be able to post anymore. Life is just so weird right now. I really don't know how to describe it, but I feel like I'm tired. I am so tired. Who else feels that way? I don't know if it's the current economy. I really don't know what it is, but I just feel like I am tired. And I just looked up and I realized that I wasn't on camera, and now I'm starting to worry if I was not on camera this whole time. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna film 2 more nails just in case I wasn't on camera this whole time and I have something to put, or to publish rather, because then what was I showing you? But yes, like I was saying, I'm just hoping for the best. I'm hoping things get better. I'm just trying to stay optimistic in this life. It's just a lot going on, honestly, but I don't even want to get into it, honestly, so let me not even start getting into it. I hope by the time I post this I feel less overwhelmed, hopefully. All right, so we have all the mess right here, but we also have the nails right here and all the Frenchies applied. I'm just gonna crispen up the shape of the Frenchies so that I can start with the application. If you've been watching me for long enough, then you know that I don't particularly like doing this, but I feel like I have to crispen up the shape. I don't think I even did this with my last duckies, but for some reason I really feel like I want to do this with this set, so that's exactly what I'm doing. Alright, so that is filed, and thank goodness I did not get any tip to fall off, so I'm just gonna do a white Frenchie for my thumb. So not all my Frenchies are gonna be the same color, but I also did build them high enough so that I can just file them without having to encapsulate, and that's how I've been doing Frenchies for the longest time. I find that easier for me. I mean, yes, I would like to get to a point where I can encapsulate Frenchies, but that means that my Frenchies have to look perfect and I have to apply perfectly, so I don't know if I can do that. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I don't know if I have the energy to do that, honestly. Already doing nails is hard enough, so please give me a break. And then for my pinky, I'm gonna be using this pinkish cover acrylic. Oof, because I shaked it, you can see all of that coming out, but that's okay. I wanted a darker pink than what I used for the ombre, so I didn't want it to be too dark, so I thought, how about using a cover pink and cool pink, basically cover pinkish and cover cool pink, both from Bling Girl, and I think that would be good enough for what I'm going for. I also did not feel like mixing my own color. I feel like I have a lot of mixed acrylics that I mix for that one occasion, and then I never end up using them again. So I mean, mixing colors is nice, but sometimes I just feel like I can't even use them until I don't know when. Excuse me for going out of camera a lot also. I feel like a lot of the footage from this video will be cut out because of that. But I hope that I do have enough footage to make a video out of this, at least. And then for the rest of the nails, I will use this mermaid pink acrylic nail powder from Miss Smooth to do the Frenchie. I remember struggling with this because I feel like there's a lot of glitter compared to acrylic, and I don't feel like there's enough acrylic. Maybe I should add my own clear acrylic into this, because I need to use a very wet bead for these not to fall off in chunks, if you know what I mean. I mean, I also have an idea of what I want to do for this nail set, but I'm not sure if I can execute that idea in a way that will satisfy me, because I'm thinking about nail sets. Sometimes you plan and then you end up just doing something else, and then most times you don't plan and then you don't even like what you did and you're like, why did I not plan? So for this one, at least I did have a plan. I'm just hoping that I executed in a way that would satisfy me, because it's not really a solid one, it's just a conceptual design kind of thing. No details, not a detailed design, if you know what I mean. And now that I have all the colors that I want on my nails, I'm just gonna go on and file these. I am using a hand file. I remember when I did duck nails for the first time, I did use a nail drill, because then it was easier to make sure that these sides still stay ducky. So I'm just gonna try and do this with my hand file, because I did try to apply my nails in such a way that the filing of the sides or the shape of the nail is not going to be too hard for me, and I hope it won't. Also, I was a bit worried with my middle fingernail because I did not encapsulate any of the nails, and these are all cover acrylics, and it was too soft at some point. I just felt like it will cure soft and it would be bendy, but seems to be doing well right now, and it doesn't feel bendy at all. So I guess you gotta have to be like patient with cover acrylics or any color acrylic when you decide not to encapsulate, because clear acrylic is very strong, and that's why a lot of nail techs use it to encapsulate, and I like clear acrylic in general, but I really did not feel like encapsulating these. So I am done filing the nails, and they look dangerously crusty, especially my cuticle areas on camera, but I swear it's exaggerated. Okay, I did spray on hand sanitizer onto my nails, and now I'm just going to use this base gel to apply onto my nails. And I must say that I'm pretty impressed with how I filed these with a manual file and not an e-file, because I think I did pretty well, and I'm actually liking the shape of these duckies without the moon shape. And I think, you know what, duckies may be growing on me. Actually, they may be growing on me, and the reason why I even bought these, I think I did mention in my previous video, is because I do watch Honey K, the YouTuber, and duck nails just look so good on her, and I thought, Honey, I want to try those. You know, I was nervous at first, but I think I like these, and I might start doing a lot of sets with duckies. Actually, I need to give them a chance, because I went from liking stilettos, right, to liking almond nails, and I think right now I might just like duckies. I'm gonna use gel finishing wipe to wipe off the tacky layer of the base gel, but I'm also gonna wipe the dry nails because my cuticles are looking too dry for my liking. But I do know that gel finishing wipe also leaves my skin looking so dry. So anyway, I'm gonna work nail by nail, and for this thumb I want to draw a little kitty, and I don't think I need a damping dish, not a damping dish but a mixing plate for this. I just want to draw a cute little kitty, and I'm gonna start with the eyes right here. Just a simple design, honestly, nothing too extravagant. I think that looks cute, so I'm just gonna cure that before I mess it up. And then I'm gonna use this yellow color just for the nose. I'm out of it, as you can see, but I hope it'll be enough for what I am going for. Is it too far from the eyes to be considered a nose? I'm not sure. I don't want to cure that, just so I can see what it looks like with the whiskers. So let me just draw the whiskers, so that if I don't like that, I can at least erase that. I don't think that's too bad, if I do say so myself, and I hope I can make these somewhat symmetrical. I know it looks like a rat, but it's okay. I'll cure that. Okay, so I have a couple of these bows here. I probably have more, but I was just like not keen to search even more, and I want something that will go with the set. And so far it looks like this shade of pink would go well with the set, and I think I'm gonna go with this small one just so I can put it right there on the kitty slash little mouse. Right, so let me use this glue gel and apply that. I don't think I need a big one, and I think that small one would look cute. That's exactly what I'm gonna go for. This transparent one looks nice, but I don't think it looks good with the entire set. I think that's cute. It's like a girly little mouse slash, I wanted it to be a cat, but it's starting to look like a mouse, so we'll accept that. We like little cute mousies here too. And now I'm gonna skip over to my pinky nail, and I want to use this white to do the zebra looking print. I hope I do it justice. I'm trying not to think too much about this nail art, because we're always advised not to think too much when you do nail art like this. But one thing about me, it's hard not to think too much about anything, honestly, and I mean anything. And then I've got here pink rhinestones that I got from Shein. I am going to go around my middle finger with that. Just gonna do a frame of rhinestones. Hopefully I do it justice also. I'm not gonna sit here and bore you with the details of how I do this. I'm just gonna show you just a few steps I take to do this. Okay, so I have that right there, and now I'm starting to think I want to remove this because I saw that these have a bow, so maybe I should put this bow instead. So I'm gonna do that off camera, but I also want to add a flower on my ring finger, and I think I want to go with this big one. I wanted to go with this one because it's close to the color of the rhinestones, like it's a rosy. Maybe put it right there and then bling the whole Frenchie, but I think I want a bigger one, so I'm gonna go with this big one, and then I will bling the whole Frenchie. And I'm not gonna bore you with the details of that. I'm just gonna come back with blinged out nails. Alright, so I have all the bling where I wanted. I blinged out my ring finger, and I like the frame on my middle finger, but I'm starting not to like the bow on my thumb. I think this bow, I don't even remember if this was the bow I chose, but I think this one looks better. But I'm really not in the mood to remove remove that, so I'm just gonna keep it like that. Just let me know what you think. Do you think the bling bow is better than the charm bow, or do you think vice versa? I have this right here. I don't have any kitties, to my surprise. I have a lot of bunnies, and I don't know, I feel like I need something on my I don't know if it's on my, maybe I should put something on my pinky or my index. I really don't know. I really don't know. And that glitter is starting to look orange to me, even though it is a mermaid pink. It's starting to look a little too orange for my liking. So I really don't know. You know what? Let me just add that on my pinky. I'll just add that on my pinky, and then I'm gonna top coat the nails. I am starting to feel like these aren't looking too kawaii. I wanted something chunky, but all of a sudden I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling too chunky. In fact, I would like to be too chunky, but I just feel like I'm not good at combinations, you know, because even with my phone case, it was easier because you can just add anything to the phone case. But yeah, anyway, let's cure that. And I'm just gonna top coat the nails. I don't know, I'm just not good at freestyling, but for the most part I think I did my best with this. It's not as kawaii as I had imagined or I had hoped for it to be, but it's kawaii nonetheless. Oh, I hope it is. I hope it classifies as kawaii. You know what, let's just pull out another top coat, because wow. And there we have the final nails. That's how the nails are looking. I'm just gonna apply cuticle oil onto my cuticle areas. In fact, let me close my windows because I feel like I can't even hear myself think with all the noise in the background. And while I was at it, I went ahead and lotioned my hands. I'm just gonna use this lint-free wipe just to wipe off the bling so that it can shine bright like a diamond. All the wax pencil marks off the nails, and also the charm, because I did put on lotion onto my hands. And this is the final look of the nails. What do you guys think? Do you think these are kawaii enough? I don't know, part of me feels like it's missing something, and I really don't like my index finger because it looks orange rather than pink. But other than that, I think I like the nails. I like the shape. I like what I went for. And maybe I should not name this video kawaii nail set, but maybe say a kawaii inspired nail set, because I don't think this is kawaii enough. Once again, I really don't feel like this index goes well together, not even with my pinky, but it's fine. It's fine. It's all art. I feel like this rose is getting in the way of the pinky, and I deliberately put the rose on the pinky side so that it doesn't get on the way. Like this it doesn't, but I feel like this it does, especially with that bunny, which I was hoping I had a kitty, but you know, it's okay. If you've watched this far, please leave a cat emoji in the comment section to let me know that you've watched all the way. I appreciate you for watching, and please also subscribe so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and I hope you stay tuned for my next video. Thanks for watching once again. Bye.